All right, guys. Good evening, everyone. Um, I want to be sure you can hear me from your ends. Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening. Please, I want to know if you can hear me. All right, Celine, good evening. Adorenke, good evening. Good evening, everyone. How has your day been? Trust you had a lovely day today. All right. All right, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to class today. Trust you had a lovely day. And my day was fine. My day was great. All right, thank you. Um, Thank you, Adefisayo. My day was fine. My day was great. Yeah, good to be in class once again. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Zainab. This is when you added Mama Peace. How you doing? I'm good, Zainab. Thanks. Good evening. Good evening. While we wait for others to join, were we able to go through some of the hands-on we did last time? The last time we had our class, were you able to go through them again? Especially the class activity. Did you practice on your own? Yeah, gifts. Yeah, thank God. Thank God. Thanks, gift. Yeah, Obi-Wan, I didn't actually. I didn't. I was just taking hot fluid, I think. Probably it's my environment. I'll be fine. Thank you, Bemi Sola. Obi-Wan Bemi Sola. Your Igbo and your Yoruba. Oh, sibling squad. Sorry about that. Thank you, Eunice. Thank you. Joye, I'm fine. All right. Okay. Okay. Memisola. All right. Let's wait for others briefly to join. Alayemi, Queen Esther, you're able to do small hands-on. That's beautiful. So how did it go? Good evening, Oluchi, Enid. Yeah, I'm fine, Enid. Thank you. Grace, good evening. Yeah, my lovely people, good evening, everyone. All right, I think we will have to start, all right? It's 5 minutes past the hour. I think we need to start so that we'll be able to cover up with what we have. Okay. So, all right, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I think it's time to face tonight's business. Beautiful. All right. So, let's get prepared. Let's get ready for today. All right. So today we're going to be looking at secure communication, but this time around we'll be looking at web security, and our emphasis would be on HTTPS, SSL, and the TLS. So these are the web security protocols we'll be looking at. All right. The last time we started the secure communication, we talked about email secure protocols, right? Secure email protocols. So that was what we talked about. So, and today we're going to be talking generally about how secure our web could be and the protocols that are responsible for this kind of security that is needed while surfing the nets. All right. So, first and foremost, what is web? We call it websites, www, web. All of these means the same thing. So, the web is an extensive network of web pages and resources interconnected by hyperlinks. And these resources are publicly available, all right? These resources we are talking about, the web pages, the resources are publicly available on the internet. And they are all interconnected by what we call the hyperlinks, right? And can be accessed through web browsers. Yeah, web browsers, we have Google Chrome, we have Mozilla Firefox, we have Safari, we have Microsoft Edge. All right. So, yeah, thank you for the compliments. Let's just concentrate now. Yeah, thank you for the compliments. I think time for pleasantry is over. Let's concentrate. Thank you. So, we are talking about secure communication using some HTTPS, SSL, TLS has web security protocols. Okay, so and now first of all, we'll need to define what the web is. You need to know what the web is, and then you know what is being done there, what happens, what activities actually take place on the web. And then before you start talking of the security protocols that needs to be put in place. All right. So, and I said earlier that the web is an extensive network of web pages, right? All the pages you see on the web are called web pages and resources. And I also added here that these web pages and resources are publicly available for as many as would visit the internet. Okay, and these web pages and resources are interconnected by hyperlinks and can be accessed through web browsers. So if you're wondering what a web browser is, your Chrome is a web browser, is an example of a web browser. Your Microsoft Edge is an example. Your Firefox is an example. Your Safari is also an example. So, and here now we say that the web comprises various types of contents, okay, including text, images, videos, and other multimedia elements. These elements are structured using HTML, which is the hypertext markup language. This is the form in which all of this contents you see on the web are designed, and that is their structure. The HTML is structured in such a way that every content you see on the web has to be structured in this particular manner. All right, so and delivered over the internet using HTTP, which is the hypertext transfer protocol. All right, you would get a more clearer explanation on this. So generally, how does all of this happen? The web, how does it work? What really happens on the web? You get, and first of all, we have web pages, right? Those web pages contains, as I said, images. They contain text. They contain videos, links to other web pages, and all of that. And remember that they are all structured in HTML, that is the hypertext markup language. All right, that is the structure of all the documents you see on the web. All documents on the web are structured by this particular technique or language, right? Then we have the web browsers. We have the web browsers. These applications like Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox are the applications that fetch and interpret and then display your web pages. All right. You cannot understand content in HTML. They are hypertext, right? They are hypertext. They are not just ordinary text that you could just see. So we have a medium by which these documents, these web pages are converted so that you, as the visitor to the internet, will be able to read meaning. Okay, so that is basically one of the functions of your web browsers. The browsers get this information and then they fetch the information and then interpret it and then display it to the user, right? When you type a URL, that is, you type an address, okay? URL means Uniform Resource Locator into a browser. It sends a request to the web server hosting the page. Okay, so now what is the function of the web server? There are concepts you need to have at the back of your mind each time you are on the web. One, the web pages, your browser, and the web server. All right. So what are web servers? These are computers that store web pages and respond to your request from web browser. All right. So when you type in, for instance, you're using Chrome, and then you go to search. All right. You on the search bar, you type in whatever you type, maybe effect of cybersecurity in the Nigerian markets. All right. So you want to know, you want to fetch information about that. The first place you go to is your browser, isn't it? You want to get more information about effect of cybersecurity on the Nigerian market and all of that. So the first thing you do is, first of all, you must have a web browser. That is, it's either you're using Mozilla Firefox as a browser or you're using Google Chrome. Okay, that is one. Then you go and type in your query. When you type in your query and you send it, you sending your requests to a browser is by the help of what we call the web server. When you type effect of cybersecurity on the Nigerian market, once you type it, on your Google Chrome, which is the web browser, right? What you had just done is you had sent a request of some web pages through the web server, right? You had sent a request that you're requesting for documents, maybe for pictures or for documents of that particular query you had just sent. And for it to pass through, it must pass through a web server. Then the web server now takes it to the web through the web browser. The web server now surf around and then displays your web pages. All right. So that is how all of these work. First of all, you want to gain access to content through the internet, you must have a web browser. And then when you type in your query, you're sending it to the web server. The web server sends it through the web browser, and then it returns back through the web browser for you to be able to have a display of your query, the response to your query. Hope is understood. All right. Now we have key features of the web. We have the hyperlinks. For those that are not too familiar with the internet somehow, right? The hyperlink is mostly once you click on a particular maybe sentence or a word and it's been highlighted, most times it comes in blue color. It means that that particular at that particular point you could also connect to interrelated materials. All right. So once you click on that, it takes you to another web page. Okay, so that is why and the internet and the web is very fast in getting information and resources, because once you click on, it leads you to another page, and maybe you're not satisfied with the resources there, you click on another, it moves you, you click on another, it moves you. So that's clicking on words that are usually blue is what we call the hyperlink. All right. So hyperlinks enables user to move from one web page to another, creating a network of interconnected documents. So if you're looking for instance, you want to know more about the effect of cybersecurity, and then the first page came up, which is the web page, you're not satisfied, you click on the other, it moves you to another page. All of them are interconnected. You cannot see web page that has to do with medicals or medicine while you're looking for while you typed effect of cybersecurity. All of the pages you will see that needs to bring up these resources are all interconnected. All right. Okay. Now that's one. Then we have multimedia. These are the key features now. We have one, the hyperlinks, we have multimedia, we have multimedia supports various types of content, including text, images, audio, and video, right? And then interactivity allows for interactive features like forms. You could fill your forms online, you could play games online, and even applications through technologies like JavaScript. That is why if you go to Shodan, Shodan tells you or Wapalizer, it's one of the, well, how do I put this now for you to understand? These are one of the applications that display technologies of either a website or a domain. Okay, so it tells you a whole lot of either the analytics, advertising, management, and all of that. So that's the for the interactivity. Then what's the importance of the website? What is the importance of the website? One, information sharing, right? You can agree with me on that. Communication, it facilitates communication through emails, social media, and other online platform. Then for commerce also supports e-commerce, enabling businesses to sell products and services, which we all agree, right? Okay, now to the business of the day in full. What is web security? Since we now know that the website or www is a like a pool of where web pages, where contents are kept for public consumption, right? So now, how can these websites or web environments be safe? So that is what we are talking about today, the security of our web, all right? The security of our web is what we'll be looking at today. And we also have protocols, just as we have protocols that secures our email, right? We also have protocols that secure the web. So web security refers to the measures and technology used to protect websites and online services from cyber threats. Okay, so this includes safeguarding data, preventing unauthorized access, and ensuring the reliability of web service. All right, just the general security of the web is what I just defined. So how do we achieve this? How can a web be secured? Right? It's not a physical kind of security we're talking about. We're talking about the web security. And just as we have protocols that secure our emails, we also have protocols that secure the web. Before I go ahead, can someone tell me some protocols that we talked about that secure our emails? Yes. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, someone asked about SSH. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Thank you, Jimmy. I'm up. Thank you. Yeah. Ladidi Ahmed, pop 3. So, what's the meaning of pop? Jimmy, what's the meaning of IMAP? It's taking long for you guys to answer. SMTP. Don't give me abbreviations. SPF. I don't know the meaning. Can you tell me that in full? The meaning of IMAP? The meaning of POP? All right. I've seen Post Office Protocol 3. Thank you, Celine, for that. Thanks for your answers, by the way. Then, yeah, PGP for pretty good privacy. Thank you, Jimmy. All right. Thank you. Jesu Duni, can you tell me the full meaning of S-mine? Thank you. All right. That's beautiful. So it means we all understood last class. Thank you. Now, the web security protocols. As I earlier said, we're going to be looking at the HTTPS, the SSL, and the TLS for this session. All right. So now, what is HTTP? Remember, these are web protocols, okay? That's fine. Thank you, everyone, for your response. I appreciate. Let's continue. All right. So what is HTTPS? HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and then we have the secure. Okay. This kind of protocol is the secure version of the HTTP. All right. The HTTPS here, the S here stands, the SS should be, most times should be in small letters. I'm sorry about that. Means that the HTTP is secured. Okay. The main protocol used for transferring data between a web browser and a website, right? So remember what a web browser is. Can you remember what a web browser is? Yeah, web browsers. We talk of the Google Chrome, the Firefox, the Safari, um, the Edge, the Microsoft Edge. These are the ones that are commonly used. All right. So now, this protocol, HTTPS, is a kind of protocol that secures, or is the main protocol used for transferring data between a web browser and a website. HTTPS uses encryption to enhance the security of data transmission. This is especially crucial when users are sending sensitive information. So what the HTTPS does is that it makes sure that all information that is being passed through from the web browser, you send your query. Once you send your query through a web browser, right? For instance, you're using Chrome, right? And you typed a query that is, you want to solve the internet, you want to get a response. All right. Once you do that using your web browser, you are send it to a website. And then that website now, the means of communication between the web browser and the website back to the web browser is the protocol that is in charge, or the protocol that makes sure that your information is not leaked, your information is secured, is what we call the HTTPS. And what it does is it makes sure that all of your data being transmitted are encrypted. Remember, we talked about encryption some time ago. So this is where it comes to play, that every communication is encrypted, right? Okay, so that is what this HTTPS does. And remember, I said that HTTPS is the secured version of HTTP. So when you see a URL that has no S with it, it means it is regarded as unsecured. All right. So the importance of HTTPS, we have data security. HTTPS encrypts the data exchanged between the user's browser and the web server, ensuring that sensitive information remains private and protected from interception. Okay. And then user trust. Website that has HTTPS are marked with a padlock icon. I don't know if you have seen that before. A website that uses HTTPS are usually marked with a padlock icon. You say a padlock on it, right? So if you've seen that, it means that that website is secured. All right. And also, there is an indication to users that the connection is secure. That is, that connecting from that website to your web browser is secured. That is what it means, right? That connection is secured. Don't worry, as we go, you will now understand why you usually see connection is secured. Something happens and then it is now ascertained that your connection is secured. All right. Then we have browser behavior. Modern web browsers like Chrome highlights the security status of websites. Websites that do not use HTTPS are flagged as not secure, which can deter users from interacting with them. Once you go to a site, and then I think I've shown you how to check if your site is secure, but we'll do a more should I say, elaborate hands-on or class activity about that. So once you see that a website is not secured, as a user, you would back off. You wouldn't even want to go further. You wouldn't want to open up the website. All right. So that's that for the importance. And then why the use of HTTPS? One, sensitive data protection, and then compliance and CEO. Many regulatory standards require the use of HTTPS for data protection. Additionally, search engines like Google give preference to HTTPS website, potentially improving their search ranking. Okay, so now I want you to take note of this, the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. The S, right, in HTTPS, the S here in HTTPS means that the hyper and text transfer protocol is secure. It's just the secure version of the HTTP. A website with HTTPS has a valid SSL certificate from a trusted authority. Usually they call them CA, from a CA, that is a certificate authority, a trusted certificate authority, which means the data sent to you and from the site is encrypted and verified, just as I said. It means that whatever you are doing, that it is encrypted, it is secured, it is encrypted from the server to your browser. And if you're sending a query back to any website, your query is also encrypted. And what enables that process is what we call the HTTPS. All right. It is responsible for the encryption of query in the or on the internet. Right. To make the internet safer, many web browsers now label HTTP website as non-secure or unsafe. So using HTTPS is not only important for protecting users and their data, but also for gaining users' trusts. All right. So that is just the difference. Once you see a site that has an S or a padlock sign on it, you have this confidence that I'm on a secured site. But there was something I said one other time. Okay, SSL means secure socket layouts. All right, so now, yeah, I just said it. Secured socket layout. Okay, so now, okay, SSL, it means secure sockets layout. All right, so now what is SSL? Since HTTP has to do with a website which has a valid secured socket layout certificate, what is this SSL? All right, so we need to know what SSL means. SSL stands for Secure Socket Layout. It's a protocol used to encrypt, secure, and verify communications on the internet, right? Even though SSL has been replaced by a newer protocol called the TLS, which is the Transport Layer Security, people still often refer it to as the SSL. All right. So now I want us to be a bit fast because we'll be doing some hands-on, and so you'll be able to ascertain the security level of the websites you visit. Okay, you'll be able to know if all right, so let's keep pushing, right? So now the main purpose of SSL slash is known also known as TLS in some cases is to secure the communication, the connection between a client, which is the web browser, and a server, which is the website. So now you need to know you need to have the understanding of what a web browser is, the difference between a web browser and a website. Can someone tell me the difference between a web browser and a website? I'm waiting. Please, what's the difference? I've been trying to explain this. What's the difference between the web browser and the server or the web server? Ladies, don't keep me quiet. Can someone tell me the difference between okay? Esther, thank you for that. There's something I'm looking for. Thanks, Queen Esther, for that response. I want us to respond to this in the next 2 minutes. Yeah, the difference between a web browser and a web server. A web browser and a web server. Is someone talking to me? All right. A web browser is the search engine and a website is the address. All right. Irene, thank you. Jimmy, the difference is that the web browser allows users to check for their website, while the website stores information for the user. Thank you very much, Jimmy. A web browser is like Chrome or Safari, while a server is the website searched on the website. A web browser is the application used to check web pages, while the web pages is like a network that provides the web browser with a series of web pages. Thank you, Queen Esther. Then we have a web browser is a medium and normal through which we can access a website, while a website consists of related web pages about a subject matter. This is brilliant. Thank you so much. A web browser helps. This is from the one I just read is from Shola. Can I just call you Shola? Oyinka Shola. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name properly. Adebiyi Jesuduni web browser help to fetch and display content stored on the web server. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Celine Njoko, example of web browser is Google, Mozilla. Thank you. I need the differences. Now, Grace says, web browser is used to send query to the server. Okay, so thank you very much. Web browser is an application. Precious says web browser is the web page. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. We all answered well. Okay, so let me just give this simple example. You have a water in your well, okay? If you're used to well, like getting water from the well, you need to have something that has that looks like a container that you can dip into the well to draw your water, right? So now let's take the web browser has the container in which you dip into the well. The well now has the web server, right? To fetch water. The water now stands for the web pages, all right? So that's just a simple, that's just something I just thought of. So it means that the web browser helps to get information that are stored in the website. A website is where information are stored, where resources are kept, but you cannot reach out to those resources. You can't lay hold of them. You cannot get them, right? So the web browser serves as a container you use in fetching the water from the well. All right. So now the web browser, you send a query to where those information are kept, which is the website, and then you fetch from the website web pages through the web browser. All right. So thank you very much. Thanks so much. All right, so now I think we have talked about the SSL, which stands for Secure Sockets Layer. It's a protocol used to encrypt, secure, and verify communications on the internet. The main purpose of SSL TLS is to secure the communication between a client, that is the web browser, and a server, which is the website. It can also be used to secure other types of communication, such as email and VoIP, VoIP, voice over internet protocol, over networks that aren't secured. Now, let's see what the SSL certificate is, and then I'll need to share my screen at this point so you would understand what I've been saying. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Simple. Okay. So now remember we said that the HTTPS is a protocol that verifies or ascertain that an SSL certificate is valid. All right. So now the SSL certificate is a small file placed on a website's main server. It contains important information like the website owner's identity and a public key. This certificate is needed to encrypt the website's traffic using TLS. Forget about the whole story, you'll soon understand, right? So website owners can make their own SSL certificate called self-signed certificate. However, web browsers don't trust these as much as certificates issued by official organizations known as certificate authorities. So in a nutshell, the SSL certificate is like a body that ascertains the safety of a particular website. Just as last time when we talked about the secure email protocol, we saw a whole lot of invisible information that is attached to one email, right? We saw a lot of information concerning just one email, and any email that comes into your mailbox has its own information. It tells you about, which is called the header, right? That is where you have all of this information. when we are talking of the email, you have the header where invisible information about the mail is attached, right? Is stored. Okay, now for the SSL, it is also where information about a particular website is kept. The things you should know about the website. Is this website safe? What kind of protocol is it using? Is it encrypted? Is it public key encryption and all of that? So this is what the SSL really ascertain or verifies. Okay, and this certificate is given by an official body organization that is known as the certificate authorities. They go through the website and certify that the website is not malicious. This body also blacklists websites that feel are malicious, right? Or have tendency to infect people's system with malicious way, right? So these are the work or the responsibility of the certificate authorities. They go through the information of a particular website and see how secure the website is, and then gives a certificate. Just like you going through your university, you go through your semester exams, and then you do your project, and then a certificate is given to you, right? And not just that, a certificate is given to you when you want to advance. Maybe you want to do your masters or your PhD, you will now apply for a transcript, and then the school that needs to take you as their student will need to verify that transcript. You said you graduated from Unilag. We need to verify this. We need to verify your certificates. So that is what the SSL, the certificate authority, that is basically what they do concerning websites and concerning SSL certificates. Remember that SSL certificate is a small file placed on a website's main server. It contains important information like the website owner's identity and the public key. So at this moment, I would want to share my screen, all right, before we go ahead. So get ready. Get ready. I want to share my screen. Are we together? And we're going to do a little class activity right now. So if you're good to go, let me just see you indicate by maybe thumbs up, or if you're stuck somewhere, it lets me know. Are we all on the same page? Okay, so now I would want to show us the HTTPS, and we'll check how secure whether it has the SSL we're talking about and all of that. Thank you, Florence. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so now I will be sharing my screen shortly. All right, thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for my screen to come up. And can someone give me okay, so let's do HTT. Okay, let's not even do HTTP. Let's search. Let's search. Okay, let's can you see my screen? Not yet. Can you see my screen? All right, now you can see my screen. Okay. Right now, okay, I'm waiting. I didn't go to the no, I didn't use that. Okay, I just use Google to search for what I just searched for now. I didn't use the HTTP. I didn't go to the URL bar. Okay, I did not use I used just so that we'll pick a URL, and I have here some URL. Now I can take any of this. So you could just ask, for instance, what is whatever you type in your Google search, oh, whatever you type in your Google search brings options of various websites that would provide that answer to you. Oh, sorry, this is not working. So just search for anything on your Google search, not on the URL bar, right? The URL bar is up while your Google is the other one, your Google search. Just use your Google search. You can just type anything, then it brings out list of websites that will be able to give you um, answers to your query. Okay, so sorry I had network issues, but I'm up now. Okay, now here on the URL bar that is up here, you would see, I don't know what you have, but here I have five big name websites that are not secure. I'm not talking about the content of the web page right now. So I want to check the certificate for this particular site I am in. Oh. I want to check. So now I go up here, the URL bar. Most times, depending on what you're searching for, here I have view site information. Once you click on it, or you click on the padlock sign, the padlock icon, right, on your taskbar, you get to see connection is secured, cookies and site data, site settings, right? So now I want to know how true this information is. The site connection is secure. Your information, for example, password or credit card number, is private when it is sent to these sites. All right. So means that the connection here is secured, but maybe I'm not too certain. Let me go to the certificate. So this is the certificate now. All right. This is the certificate. I can view certificate viewer, right? Here you have issued to. Remember, we talked about the owners of the website, name, and all of that, right? The keys. We talked of the public keys that are used for encryption on the site. So I don't know if you are with me. I don't know if you're with me. Should I start again? Okay, okay. Let's all be on the same page. I want us to use everybody type. I'm going to type it now on your website so that we'll be on the same page, please. All right. Okay. So if we're on the same page, then there's no need typing anything. So now I can see the certificates, right? I can see it issued to the common name here is gogetsecure.com. Organization not part of certificates. Organization unit not part of certificate. Issued by common name. So you can now see the organization that owns this particular website. All right, you can see the organization that owns this particular website. Just as I said, if you're in the university and you're graduating, your certificate has to bear the name of your school, your department, your reg number, and maybe your grade. All right, and then it will be signed. So this is exactly what we have here. Okay. All right, how I got here, click Oluwa Damilare. Click on, okay, let me start now. Now listen everyone, I'm going to type, it's going to be displayed on your screen right now, then we'll be on the, I want all of us to get this. All right, no problem. I'm going to type this. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Type I want to check. Let me copy the URL. Okay, now let's start. Let us start. All right, so I want you to type go to Google search what are what some insecure websites. So type this. Please, can someone help me from the studio end? Type this on your Google search. Okay, sorry. Don't worry. Something will be sent now. Let me stop sharing so you can see. Type some insecure websites on your Google search box. Can you hear me? Some insecure websites. Just type it the way I pronounced it now. Some insecure websites. Don't go to the up, just some insecure websites. Okay, then it means I need to stop sharing. So I want you to type some insecure website on your Google search bar. Okay, so when you typed that, list of websites came up, right? Can you see list of websites? So can you see list of websites? All right, can you see list of websites that are insecure? Now I want you to go to, you will see gogetsecure.com from your list. You will see go get, so I want you to scroll. I think it's the third link. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I want you to go search go get secure. All right, go get dot secure. You see there. GoGetSecure.com. GoGetSecure.com. So search for this and then type some insecure website. Very good. And then scroll and pick GoGetSecure.com. Pick that. Have you done that? Okay, now, yeah, scroll to GoGetSecure.com. It's the third link on your list of websites. Are we all on the same page now? Okay, now, so I can continue sharing. Okay, now, listen. Let me now share my screen since we've gotten to this point. The go get is together, small letter GOGET, then secure. Is a small letter. So I want to share. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Scroll to gogetsecure.com. Are we all there? Yes, it is a link. All right. Now, Zainab, I said scroll to go get secure. Scroll to go get secure. Okay, now I want to share my screen. Okay. All right. So now, here we are. Can you see my screen? I'm clicking on it. I'm clicking on it. You'll see 5 big name websites that are not secure. So I'm clicking on it right now, right? That's the hyperlink. That's the hyperlink we talked about. You can see them in blue. It takes you to that website. I'm sharing my screen. I don't know why they are not showing it. Can you see my screen? I am. Please, can you help me from the studio end? Okay, you can see it now. Then we want to ascertain, we want to check the information on this very particular website. Okay, now come up here. Here's the URL bar. Remember, we didn't use this first to get to this website, isn't it? Now you click on this where my mouse pointer is up here. It has a 0 and a dash up here. Just zoom, you see my pointer. Zoom your own screen, you'll see my pointer. Have you seen my pointer? Here, view information, good. Then come down here, you see connection is secure, right? Then click on the arrow. Click on the arrow. Yep. Click on the arrow. Go to certificate is valid and click on it. All right. Now you see certificate viewer. So type what you see. I want to be sure we're on the same page. So what do you have on your screen now? Please, can someone tell me what she has on her screen? All right, now we have general. We have issued to the name of the owners. Thank you very much. Confirm. Yep, good, very good. Now you have under general, you have issued to, you see the name, issued by, you see the name also. Thank you. Now you have validity period, Tuesday, September 24th, to issued on, this is a very current certificate. Very, very current. So when is it expiring? Thank you. Yeah, I want us to be on the same page. When is it expiring? LC, Benita, Bemi, and Jesu, Bemi Sola. What did you see? When is it expiring? Expires on. So I want to be sure you're there. Very good. Thank you so much. Then here we now have the certificates, and then we have the public key. Remember that this key is used for encryption. Have you seen how long this key is? Have you seen the public key? The public key that is used for encryption of data in this or on this website, right? So we now have the public key that is being used for encryption of every data that is passed across this website. Now let us go to details. Let us go to details. Are we there? Click on details. I'll see the details. If you go to the certificate fields, you will see a whole lot, right? Okay. If you want to, you see the version, certificate has version, there's version 3, right? Yes, thank you. Then serial number, there's the serial number for this certificate. Then you have certificate signature algorithm. We talked of algorithm, right? We talked of encryption algorithm. Are you with me? Then you see the certificate signature algorithm displayed here as PKCS #1 SHA-256 with RSA encryption. So that is the algorithm that was used for the public key. Now, the issuer, right? We have this CNOC validity, right? Now, when you scroll, I want you to have a look at public key algorithm that was used, the RSA. Here are the public keys. Oh, wow. Has someone gotten to this point where I am? Yeah, just click on all of the certificate field. Click on all. Validity, you have not before, not after. Scroll down. When you scroll down, you'll see more fields, right? When you scroll down, you see subject public key info, okay? Under which you have subject key algorithm. Click on subject key algorithm. I don't know why you're not seeing my screen. Click on subject key algorithm. Keep scrolling. There are other fields, right, that you cannot see. We should all be on this particular field, subject public key info, right? Then click on subject key algorithm. Once, remember, we talked of encryption algorithm, the keys that can be used. We talked of the RSA, SHA, right? Can you remember? So now we want to know the algorithm that was used to generate this public key. Yes. When you click on it, you see the algorithm that was used. Thank you very much, Hot Topics. You're on the same page with me. So if you're not seeing RSA encryption, you are not getting it. That is why I insisted we used one just a unified website, so that all of our, thank you. So if you can see RSA encryption, PKCS #1 RSA encryption, I want you to just drop a thumbs up. I want to be sure of what I'm doing. Okay, now go down to, yes, thank you, go down to subject public key. Thank you. After subject public key algorithm, you have subject public key. Subject public key. Click on subject public key, and then you see the public key that was used. Scroll. Have you seen it? This is 17 bits. All right. Can you see the public key? So when we talk of key, don't think it's maybe 4-letter word. So why? All right. Exactly. Modulus. Yeah. 2048 bits. Thank you very much. So now, have you seen the public key? The public key we've been talking about. Have you seen how large it could be? And the algorithm that was used in generating this public key is RSA for this particular website. All right. Then I want you to scroll again. You have a lot of information, a lot of information, a lot of information. You have a lot, a lot, a lot. Critical sign-in key, encipherment, extended key usage. Just click on praise. Certificate basic constraints. It's not a certification authority. Certificate subject key ID. Have you seen the ID? The certificate subject key ID. We have the certification authority key ID. So authority information access, certificate subject alternative, all of this, certificates policies, signed certificates and timestamp list, certificate algorithm, RSA again. Now you have SHA certificate. This is the, for SHA, you have this key. Then for public key using SHA, for fingerprint, you have these values. So have you seen that you've gotten your detail? This is just this is just a detail, right? Now I would want you to, Okay, so now these keys you're saying, this is the public key, right? This is a public key for this website, and is already embedded in the certificate. It comes, these are like the information that are behind the workings of this particular site, right? Then once you query this site, once you send a query to the site, it doesn't go in your English language. It encrypts whatever query you had sent with this public key so that people will not see it. It is being converted to human unreadable form. Okay, so when you type five big names, or when you type I want to know more on this particular website, what the server sends or what your browser sends is not I want to know more. It is now encrypted with this key. All right, it is now encrypted with all of these keys, and then it is now pushed to the website. When you now send it to them, when it gets to this particular website, then the website now uses its own key to decrypt it and then understand what your query is all about. All right, yeah, subject public key algorithm is that. I don't know why you have that. I don't know why you have that, Adenike. Sure, you went to the right, you are at Go Get Secure. Yes. All right. So now, all of these we are saying is this one. I'll stop sharing, so we'll continue. We won't be going for break. All right, so this is how you can be sure that the site information provided by a particular website, you can really go further to know how secure the website is. All right, now we are going to go back. Just go for break, don't worry. I don't think I'll go for break time has passed. So now I'll stop sharing and I'll go back. Okay, now we've seen the SSL certificate, what it looks like. Remember, I said it's a small file placed on the website's main server, and it contains important information like website owner's identity and a public key. I think what we just saw now has satisfied these claims. All right. So, and this certificate is needed to encrypt the website traffic using TLS. All what we just did, all of this show I just you took you through is for you to see what an SSL certificate looks like. For you to see what an SSL certificate looks like. I said here that an SSL certificate is a small file placed on a website's main server, and it contains important information like the website owner's identity and a public key. Did we see that? Yes, we did. All right, so I'm pushing. We've seen what the SSL certificate looks like. All right, now we are now going to look at the TLS. The TLS here means it's also a protocol which stands for Transport Layer Security. Transport Layer Security is a highly utilized security protocol that ensures privacy and data protection for internet communications. One of its main functions is to encrypt the data exchanged between web applications and server. all right, such as when a web browser accesses a website, right? So now SSL and TLS work together. I want you to listen carefully so you would understand, because most times you would want to reach out to a website, and from your end you will see something like the website connection is insecure, or connection could not connect, something like that, right? So I want to just briefly tell you how all of these techniques happen. The SSL and the TLS work together. That is, the secure sockets layer and the TLS work together to secure communications over the internet. How? Here's how the function. One, the TLS handshake. One, you have an initiation. If you're sending a query, now I sent a query from my own browser, which is Google Chrome, to a web server, which is GoGet. Pay attention to this, right? Before I could get the information, that is, before GoGet server could release the information I require or I needed, there must be a handshake, just like your physical handshake. This handshake connects my own browser to the web server. So if the handshake is established, then it means our connection is secured, right? But if from my own end, my server cannot reach out to GoGet, that is the web server GoGet, it means I cannot gain access to any resource on that server, right? So now the TLS handshake must take place before you can connect, that is, before your web browser can connect to your web server. The web we went to now is GoGet. If there was no TLS handshake between my own web browser, which is Google Chrome, maybe you use Edge, maybe you use Firefox, I don't know the one you use, but I use Chrome. If there is no TLS handshake, that is, a connection must be established between my browser and the web server, I cannot get any information from the server. I don't know if you understood this explanation. So that you were able to get information about GoGet server, it's because a TLS handshake was established. That is, from your own end, your your Google Chrome extended its own hand, and then GoGet server extended its own hand, and then there was a connection, right? That's the only way you can get information. There must be an establishment of the TLS handshake. TLS handshake means that secure communications begins when the TLS handshake is established. That is, the connection between your browser and the web server you want to get information from. Okay, let me use the well also as an example. You have the container you use in drawing water from the well, right? How will the container get into the well? We know that the container is the web browser, the well is the web server, and the water in the well is the web page. So how can the container fetch water from the well? It needs to have a connection, and this connection is possible through a rope or a chain, isn't it? Okay, so that is what happens here. When you connect your container, you tie it to a rope, you attach it to a rope, and then you dip it down to your well. There is a connection already taking place. So that is what this TLS handshake is all about. There must be a connection between your browser and the web server. So anytime you see you cannot connect, means that there was no handshake. There was no TLS handshake. There was no TLS handshake. Your browser couldn't connect with the server at that point. And obviously it could be for various reasons, right? Okay, now then we have the public key exchange. We saw the public key when we checked the TLS certificate. We saw the public key. So this public key has to be exchanged also, right? So during the handshake, the browser and the server exchange public keys. The server sends its SSL certificate, which includes its public key, to the browser, and then it matches the public key that is on the browser. Okay, so because I need to rush this, the session and all of that, I want us to go to I want us to now we want to know how secured our website could be. I want us to go to I'm going to type a website I want you to sign into. Not necessarily, don't sign, just click on it, right? And then it will tell you whether the website you visited or you're about visiting is safe. Most frequently we would advise that before you open a website that you're not sure of, right, you could just copy the URL, and then what I'm about teaching you will be very, very necessary. Okay, now hope we are together. Okay, praise. Tomorrow we'll look at that. Okay, so I want you to know how to check if a website is secured, right? I want you to know how to check. There are so many applications that can help you achieve that. Okay, so now I'll be sharing my screen shortly. Sorry, so that whenever you you you're not sure of the websites, right, you can just use this application to check. So I'm sending a link. I would want all of us to be on the same page, right? And then we'll see how it goes from there. So please help me send this across. So I sent a link right now. So all right, so Fikaya, can you help me? This, thank you very much. It's been displayed. The link I would want us to https apivoid.com. So I want you to um, click on that link. Please click on the link while you leave. Open a new tab. Open a new tab because we'll still be using goget.com to carry out this activity. Okay, so just open a new tab, right? Open a new tab. Hello, ladies. Are we all together? So please, are we on this page? All right. Please, are we all there? HTTPS. Yeah. All right. So, can I share my screen now? Yes, please. Yep. All right. So now, I want to share my screen. So please, are we all there? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? All right. You should be seeing Threat Analysis API with the S. Oh, so we are waiting. Please just click on the link. Now here. Uh-oh, not yet. Why? Oh, you're not seeing my screen? Okay, it's coming up. It's coming up. It should be coming up. So please resend the link, please. All right, now you can see my screen. Beautiful. Now please resend the screen. Sorry, it's pinned on your platform. All right, thank you. Now we have API Void. It's an application that helps you detect different things on a website. Okay. All right. Now, here you have API Void, you have products, you have pricing, you have tools. So we're going to click on tools. The link is pinned. It's pinned on your screen. It's pinned on your screen. HTTPS colon forward slash double forward slash www.apivoid.com. All right. So now, can we continue? Gosh. Can we continue? So now I would want you to click on tools. Click on tools. I don't know, my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? So when you click on tools, right, you have IP reputation check. You have domain reputation check. You have URL reputation check. We have disposable email check. We have domain age check, domain information, website trust score, email reputation check. We have HTTP request tracker. We have web page screenshots. We have the SSL certificate check. We have a whole lot. So now we want to check how secure our okay, do you know how to check the IP address for this okay, now let's click on IP address. Let's click on IP address, the first one. So now, because you don't know the IP address of go get, we need to go and look for the IP address. We need to look IP lookup. All right, so I want us to start bit by bit. How do you get an IP address of a website? There are two major applications you can use, right? My network is a bit slow. Okay, so for those that don't know how to look out for an IP address, pay attention. I want to show you, but if you know how to get the IP address, can you get the IP address of what's it called? GoGetSecure.com. Get the IP address of GoGetSecure.com. So if you can get the IP address of um GoGetSecure.com, who has gotten the IP address? Now I thought we've passed this level. Can someone tell us how to get an IP address? Can someone tell us how we can get an IP address? So it means when we teach, you forget. Wow. So can someone tell us how we can get the IP address for GoGet? Ivy Roberts, by now you should read up and know what an IP address is. Okay? It's nobody's fault that you don't know what an IP address is at this point. You should read up. When you keep hearing like some words, you go and do your own research. All right? So we cannot get the IP address. Ah, it means we teach and then you forget. We need IP address for GoGet. Has someone gotten the IP address for GoGet? I would not supply that. Okay, Cecilia has gotten. Oh, Jimmy has. Okay, Jimmy is on it. GoGet, where are you? All right, so I just come to my localizer. Have we gotten it? Okay, now let me send it since some people don't know how to get. Let me send it. Let me send it. Let me send it now. So please help me and paste this. Go and try. Please send. This is the IP address for GoGet. Please, can someone send it across? Can you pin it for them? I think I've sent it. I've sent it. Should I stop sharing so you could see? Someone should help me from the studio end. Please help me tag this on their screen. Yeah, thank you. That's it. Have you seen that? Please just pick the IP address. It's boldly on your screen. Have you seen it? Hey, Sharon, I think you would have told me thank you first before asking. Have you seen it? All right. 34.160. Uh, all right, let me call it out. 34.160. Okay, let me check. That's the IP address. No, for StreamYard is this. Then for GoGet. GoGet's IP address is 34.160.81.203. All right. Don't worry, I'll teach you. It's very simple. Me, I don't need to go through all of this. I have an extension that automatically tells me the IP address of every um website that is open on my system right now. So I just go there and look for it. Okay. Once I open I'll teach you that, maybe advanced class. All right. So now copy the IP address, right? And let's go back to we want to check the IP reputation, right? So click paste it, paste the IP address, and then submit. Click I'm not a robot. Okay, submit now after clicking the reCAPTCHA. So now, wow, detection. One is found. So are we all on the same page? Can you see the report summary of the IP address you sent? And for the blacklist summary, a detection was made. Okay. One detection found and is a threat. All right. So now that's for the IP. Okay. Let's go back to tool. Yeah, I got the report as well. Go back to tool, click on tools again. Right. So let's go back to tools. Let's look out for all right, so can you go back to tools? Let's go to SSL certification. SSL certificate check. I'm sharing my screen. Oh, sorry. Oh. Okay, we have the IP address, right, of goGetSecure.com. We have the IP address which I displayed on the screen. All right, and then we are using API void to check for the IP reputation. I'm sharing my screen, but it's not coming up as it should. I am. My screen is on, but that's a jitter along the line. Okay, now. Okay, I can now see my own screen. Can you see my screen now? I don't know. It's network. I don't know why. So when you pick the IP address, go to tools on API void, right? Go to tools on API void and click on the first option here. There you see IP reputation check. Just listen to me. You arrive there. I don't know why. I don't know why my screen is not showing, but just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Since we know that the IP address for Go Get Secure is 34 dots blah blah blah. I don't know, I can't remember. Let me check again. For this is 34.160.81.20. Just write it somewhere. 34.160.81.203. Yes, we have 64.160.81.203. Just listen. Forget about my screen and listen. If network is not allowing you to see my screen, can't you listen? I said copy the IP address 34.160.81.20. When you get that, then come to the IPI void site, right? 343433 number 3 1 2 3 3. I don't get what's happening today. Okay, let me stop sharing and share again. Oh, sorry. I thought I was sharing. Oh, hey, I'm so sorry. Oh, so sorry. Oh, so sorry. I thought I was sharing. Can you now see my screen? Sorry about that. I'm so sorry, please. Honestly, I thought I was sharing my screen. Can you now see my screen? Can you now see my screen, please? Oh, oh, we have 9 more minutes to the end of this class. Oh, okay, everybody should hold on. All right, we'll all get there. Don't worry. Someone said yes, others are saying no. Okay, no. Okay. All right, thank you. Now I said, here's the IP address. Have you gotten the IP address? The IP address is 34. Okay, now. So go to API void, click on tools, right? Yeah, that's the IP address. Click on tools, then you see a drop down. I want you to click on the first item. I am now. Oh, Jesus. But I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen? Are you at API void? Click on tools. I have the tools here. Can you see my screen, please? Now, can you see that I had pasted the IP address um, here, and then I'll click submit, but before then I have to check on is well. Somebody is saying I should be fast when others are not getting it. Jimmy is well. So now submit. After clicking, you will now get a report. Now that's not the issue. Have you seen the reports now? Report summary, IP address. There's a detection here. We have one detection out of 74 from the list of their blacklist. All right. So one is detected. The one with the red, the second one, you see it. There's something that is showing the country, everything. Now, that's for that. When you get home, just go through it. Then I want us to check for the SSL certificates. My God. Yes, exactly. Praise. Yep. So now click on tools again. Okay, so please make sure you've seen the report. After that, click on tools. Then let's check the SSL certificates check. Click on SSL certificates check. Click on, then enter the website. Now you're going to enter go get secure.com, right? So now enter the first website I sent to you. Go get www.gogetsecure.com. copy this the address, the website, https blah blah blah, and then click on I'm not a robot, and then good. All right, so now you can use all of the tools to check how secure your your website is. Okay, my network is bad. You can use all of these tools to check how secured a network, a website is. Okay. All right, please, any question we are going to write. We now have reports, summary, we have certificate valid, certificate expired, not true because the certificate is yet to expire. You had valid period and all of that. Blacklisted SLB is false, and all of that. So look at them. The serial number, validity, the same dates we got from the other place, right? Now you've seen the same date, December. You the location is withheld. The country is US. The issuer, this certificate authority identifier, you can see the key, and that's it. So you can just use the tool, these tools under the IPI void, to do a lot, to check your mail. To We have a lot of them here. The HTTP connection, you can use it to check. You can check your email. You can check website trust secure, how secure the website is, and all of that. So I think with this, you'll be able to know which website is secured for you while visiting the internet. If you're not too sure of a particular website, you can use this application, this software, the API Void, or even your email. You want to check your email repetition check, you can use it. You want to check how safe your email is and all of that. So I think this is a very nice tool for beginners, since we can't use our SSL or the other one. So I would want you to go ahead, practice, and then just use different websites and see the outcome. All right, please. We have just a minute before the end of our session today. I want to appreciate all of you for paying attention. Thank you for coming to class today, and do have a lovely night rest. Good night, everyone. Sorry. Yeah, thank you, everybody.